Welcome to Red Eye. It's like BJ and the Bear, if by and you mean does. Let's go to TV's Andy Levy for our pregame report. Andy, what's coming up on tonight's show?
Thanks, Greg. Coming up on tonight's show, Massachusetts elects a Republican senator for the first time in almost 4 decades. We'll examine why Bay Staters decided they wanted to see what Brown could do for them. Plus, what grade do America's kids give President Obama? Here's a hint. It's not a good, solid B+. And finally, do people say they're spiritual in order to attract potential mates? Some say no, but others say namaste. Greg?
Oh, how nice. Thank you, Andy.
I originate and create the great to dictate and regulate chumps and set them straight. I get my point across because the boss is yours truly, the source to force. So put it on pause. The one that assures applause never took a loss stronger than some oldie chords to a can of Coors. Greg?
Thank you, Andy. Let's welcome our delightful array of beautiful and probably high as a kite guests. She's super nice and gives advice. I'm here tonight with Diana Falzone. She hosts the Diana Falzone Show on paltalk.com. She's so hot that the sun uses her to dry her hair. Yes, the sun has hair, people. Follow along. Well, she's the sexiest dame in the acting game, Carrie Keegan, lead anchor, writer, and producer for No Good TV. She's cuter than a Smurf riding a My Little Pony over a rainbow made of griffin skulls. And that's cute. Well, he's the raider to my Paul Revere, the pacemaker to my Jerry, the hermit to my Herman, the blood and sweat to my tears. It's my repulsive sidekick, Bill Schultz. He vacations in Turkish prisons. Yes, and he's more dangerous than Jason Bourne, more handsome than James Bond, and the swellest guy ever called a spy. Sitting right next to me, Mike Baker, former CIA operative, intelligence president. He is so cool that ice cubes put Mike Bakers in their drinks to keep them cold.
That's true.
I'm certainly running out of these. And he's underfed and rarely read. It's our New York Times correspondent. Good to see you again, Pinch.
Know what's the opposite of mild man? Times reporter Sarah Wildman. I'd like to give her a child, man.
Terrible.
Oh, sorry. That last part was a little creepy.
It was creepy.
Yeah. And physically impossible.
All right. Well, someone's seat just turned brown. Republican Scott Brown won a huge victory Tuesday in the race to replace Massachusetts Senator Ted Kennedy, beating Democrat Martha Coakley 52 to 47%. I believe we have video of his acceptance speech.
Yeah!
That's from my collection. Sorry about that. Anyway, Brown did cause a stir during his speech when he thanked his daughters the only way a dad could, by embarrassing them.
And just in case anybody who's watching throughout the country, yes, they're both available. No. Only kidding. Ariana definitely is not available, but Ayla is.
That was wonderful / creepy.
Wow.
So why did Brown take the town? Some might say it was voter anger due to arrogant overreaching by Democrats on issues like healthcare. And there are others who blame Coakley for one of the worst campaigns since Quirp Zarlnick lost the presidency of Mars. You remember that, Bill?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But if your name is Keith Olbermann, then the answer is, well, Obermanian. Check it outers.
The Republicans and the Tea Partiers will tell you what happens with Scott Brown tonight, whether he wins or comes close, is a repudiation of Obama policies. And surely one of Obama's policies from the viewpoint of his opponents is it's okay to have this sea change in American history to have an African-American president.
Get it? So Scott Brown won because the super liberal voters of Massachusetts are racist bastards. But wait, there's more.
Maybe not in Massachusetts, but maybe in some places. Their codes, their images, their pickup trucks. You can say there's a racial aspect to it one way or another.
What were the Scott Brown ads, though? Every one of the Scott Brown ads had him in a pickup truck.
That's why I mentioned pickup trucks.
So get it? Scott Brown won because pickup trucks are racist bastards. I had no idea. So what's worse than racist trucks? I'll tell you. The Black Eyed Peas.
Thank you.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's
Ruining everything. Everything you've worked so hard for with the Black Eyed Peas. Just totally killed it. Now, I bet you're wondering, as the election unfolded like something that unfolded, what was Media Matters up to? Let's take a peek.
Hello, David. Are you busy?
Is this about the mess in the bathroom? That wasn't me.
No, David. It's about the press release you want me to write. I don't think it's a good idea.
Why? Is it too awesome?
You cannot say Fox News caused the earthquake in Haiti in order to get Scott Brown elected.
But it's true. By ignoring global warming, they angered the planet, which led to the earthquake, which provided a diversion, which got Scott Brown elected.
David, you have been watching too much Fox News. Why don't you call some friends?
Friends. Tell me about these things you call friends.
David, a friend is a person who holds feeling of affection for you.
Tell me more.
A friend also gives assistance in times of need.
Does a friend like to apply lotion?
I have to go, David.
Lotion. I need my lotion.
Not his fault. He's got dry skin. Hey, Carrie, I go to you first. You're a lady, a wonderful lady. Let's go to what soon-to-be Senator Brown said about his daughters. Was it cute or was it creepy? We basically were saying his hot daughters were available.
You know what? I think that it started out incredibly sweet, and then all of a sudden it took this really weird Borat turn, and he's like, "Hey, have you met my daughters? My daughter's #1 prostitute next to her other sister." You know, I mean, it's like high five. You know, he did this whole thing. I don't know why.
Here's the thing. I think, Mike, you're a parent.
Yeah.
This proves one point. You can't have conversations with your parents about anything because they will make it public. And this is my theory. She was talking to her dad probably a day ago before about how there's no good men in Massachusetts, or she's looking, she'd like to settle down with a guy. That's stuck in his brain, and he's up there, he's excited, and he says this stuff. That's what you would do.
I would not do that. Anybody who knows me knows I would not go on national TV and say my daughter is available.
You just did once we edit that.
It ain't gonna happen. I agree 100% with Carrie, who's a lady, a wonderful lady, as Greg correctly pointed out. It was great, and then it took that odd kind of turn.
Yeah,
but
it was cute.
It was cute. I spent last night watching, because I think you always have to know what the enemy's thinking. Right?
Yeah.
And I watched MSNBC relentlessly. I mean, even at the point where I thought I was going to get up and shoot myself in the head, I stayed on MSNBC. And so I watched Oberman during all his manic toolness as he was talking about this, and it was stunning to watch he and Maddow and the others and how out of touch they are, and how they still, at this point, believe that somehow the vast majority of Americans think exactly like they do. For a while, I thought it was a shtick, right? I thought it was just something they were doing because of the show. They honestly believe this.
Well, you know what's interesting is when Obama won, and I wasn't a fan of Obama, I was gracious and excited about having a new president. There was no graciousness involved on MSNBC. They were bitter and angry. But Diana, I want to show this picture. Can we get the pictures of the new senator with his daughters? Now, why can't he be proud? Why can't he be proud, Diana?
Wow.
To be a clown show.
That's a little awkward. I'm just going to put it out there.
Hello, Squidward.
Yeah.
The weird thing is they were about to go to church. Yes. That's what I found objectionable, Greg.
That is.
In a pickup truck.
Yes, exactly.
What do you think? Would you have been embarrassed if your father did that?
I think I would be mortified. Anyone in their right mind would have been. I mean, I think Harry brought up a great point. He was going the right direction. He's like, oh, my daughters are available. Hey, I'm funny. And then he's like, no, seriously. One of them is a semifinalist on American Idol. I want this girl off of my trust fund. Please, someone marry this girl. Oh, yeah, her. She's a medical student. A little subpar to the other one.
He was being Bill, I know you're going to disagree with me. I think he was being a wonderfully bumbling dad who made a clumsy thing and kept digging hole, and then even admitted he was going to be in trouble.
This guy's got John Edwards written all over. I see it, the Cosmo thing, and now this creepiness. Mark my words, the only difference, hair slightly less feathered. That is the only difference, Greg. Mark my words. Save this tape, America.
Terrible.
Save this tape.
And now, to the Gregalogue, it's a reindeer of reason.
Ooh.